This is Dr. Rajshekharan, the professor and deputy HOD, SRM Institute of Science and Technology. Actually, he was working. He is working in presently working as a deputy HOD, and he has completed his BE through Regional Engineering College, Bharadas University, in 1996, and he has completed his ME by 2011, and he's completed his PhD by 2014 in the area of machining of composite materials, and he was dealing with many subjects like metrology, measurements, total quality management, engineering graphics, manufacturing and assembly drawing, non-destructive testing, non-traditional machining, advanced materials, and so on. And he is having a interest on research on the different areas like machining of FRP composite material development, machining of composite, testing and tribology of composite material. And he is having more than 15 publications, and he has presented his paper more than 16, and he has filed his patent in the name that is composite reinforced with natural fibers, and a process of preparing the same the patent done in 2017, and he is having a citation of 252 overall, and is having H index of 8 and I-10 index of 6. And he has been registered as a membership bodies like Madras Metallurgical Society, the Society for Failure Analysis, Indian Society for Technical Education, Indian Science Congress Association, Society for Automotive Engineering. And so I welcome you, sir, for sharing your experience on this digital era, and again we are welcoming for this particular occasion, and we are very much thankful for gracing this occasion. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You're welcome, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Prem Kumar, for your introduction. I hope I'm
Thank you,
audible.
sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Properly. Very good morning, delighted participants. It is my sincere expression to thank the organizing team, including the principal, SRM Institute of Technology, Dr. K. Pandikumar, who is my mentor, and management for giving me this opportunity to share something about this the digital era, the scenario, or whatever it is that puts the scientific community in its role. So I think my slide is visible.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay, good. Now it is on a slideshow, right?
Yes, sir. It's a slideshow, sir.
So to recall, I visited SRM Engineering College, SRM Institute of Technology many times for DC meeting or ACT, FDP, or workshop, conference, session chair, or guest speaker for FTPs and various activities. See, the digital market, the digital world, digital scenario has put us on our own seats. You don't have to travel. You don't have to get a vehicle. You don't have to arrange the seminar halls, this, that, all the painstaking activities. So there are some pros and cons in this. So we are whether you like it or not, you are forced to take this avenue a digital avenue at, in hand. Earlier it was in different aspects. Now the digital is in your pocket. Maybe the gentleman who is that it is COVID-19 or Corona, so-called Corona, has made us to think about this digital seriously in the second, third, or the primary weeks of March. So whether we are prepared or not, we were about to take this agenda, take this digital. See, whatever it is, if you switch to different core subject, different domain, what do we think of it? We think to take some, what do you call, your training. Training is required, training is expected. There are a lot of what do you call emerging fields and technologies are coming up. To say something about the associated with computer science engineering, we have artificial intelligence, machine learning, cloud computing, cyber security, whatnot, big data. So these are all. Now we do you think all these are the properties of computer science engineering? If you think these are the properties of computer science engineering, we may be wrong. See, all these technologies, whatever it is, buzzword or technology, whether we like it or not, they are all emerging in a big boom. So they are all applied in core. Where will you apply artificial intelligence? Where will you apply machine learning? What do you do with big data or data science? So if you have a lot of these things, so we have to have your cloud. If you think all these technologies, we have to have cloud. Artificial intelligence helps you to do your digital works, right? Whatever you do, artificial intelligence will help you. Machine learning will do a lot for you. Machine vision for taking this online course or work or whatever it is, right? Artificial intelligence, machine learning helps us a lot. So the computer science engineering students are taking a way or role on this digital, the technologies. So they have to apply on all these technologies in a core. Whether you have to apply it in a mechanical machine, or in a civil construction, or in electrical devices, or electronic devices, right? So it's all called it as a collaborative things, right? And the mechanical engineer, no mechanical engineer can keep quiet without knowing what is artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, all these technologies. Right? If you don't know, if you are only a mechanical engineer, you will not be in the race. If you will not be in the race, then what is the what for we are doing it? What for we are working? What for we are learning? What for we are studying this? Right. So it is this that we have to be in line with the digital era. So if you think of doing something with the artificial intelligence or machine learning or this cloud data things, right? I said we cannot live without these things. Whether you are a civil engineer or a mechanical engineer, you have to think of all these things, right? So what do we think? First of all, let us take some course. Let us take some books. Let us go for some workshop or the FDP, whatever it is, to get ourselves updated. But what we were thinking about the last March, I've been thinking to go for a workshop, or training, or conference, or anything else. See, once the March rushed us to lock ourselves at home, or whether the home is in the city or in the village, right? And to complete our activities, the academic activities, right? Whether it is a UG course or PG course or doctoral research or teaching or whatever, so on, so on, so on, right? Have we thought of taking any training program, or any help from others? We ourselves served. We ourselves surfed through Google or Kindle, whatever it is, and we got some knowledge, and so by chance we got this windows like your Zoom, or followed by your Google Meet, helped us a lot, right? Whether we used fully or partially, successfully or unsuccessfully, whatever it is, we were forced to learn how to use these tools. Okay, so this is how the digital era behaves with us. Is there anything I can address now? Right?
Sir? Yes, sir.
There was some, I don't know.
Noise, sir?
Noise.
No,
There,
one
is there any
second, sir. I'll mute it, sir.
Okay. Is there any query? If
Sir, I'll do this, sir. I will mute all, sir. நீங்க ஓபன் பண்ணிக்கிறீங்களா சார்? இப்போ எல்லாம் மியூட் பண்ணிடுறேன். நீங்க ஓபன் ஓகே சார். ஓகே சார்.
But not necessary to mute everybody. Let them be open.
Okay. No, sir. If they require, they can open and they can talk, sir.
Okay.
Overall, நான் இப்போ மியூட் பண்ணியிருக்கேன், sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Because audience can unmute themselves.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They can unmute and talk to you, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, sir. சார் நீங்க ஓபன் பண்ணிக்கோங்க சார். Sir, you can open, sir. சார் நீங்க மியூட் பண்ணுங்க சார். சார் அன்மியூட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க சார். நீங்க அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க சார்.
Is it okay now?
Oh, okay, sir. Now I'm hearing, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. So this is how the digital era has made some force in us, made some energy in us, right? Without training, without any class or coaching, we were made our role, whether as a teacher. I assume most of the participants are here teachers, or is there any student? Whatever it is. And so this is how the digital market has pulled us into this field, right? Now we will see what are the pros and cons, and what is the role of teachers towards this digital era. But anyhow, even for a conventional preparation, if to be true, if you want to deliver for an hour, you may have to prepare minimum 2 hours or 3 hours, right? Only then you can deliver effectively with your message conveyed. Okay? So let me go to basically the teaching, right? Teaching is to make someone learn. Learn what? Anything. See, there will be some agenda for any teaching session, right? For a semester or for an hour, right? For a semester and for an hour, there will be some agenda. for teaching and learning to take place. So teaching means to make someone learn either the knowledge on some specific subjects, knowledge on specific subject, technical, commercial, whatever it is. There should be some knowledge transferred from teacher to the learner, right? So then there are some social understanding. Some see the teaching not only teaches your knowledge, it teaches or learning takes place on some social understanding or societal understanding. It teaches you something about a discipline, right? Not simply saying good morning, good evening in the days, but a discipline, respect others. And discipline means you may take anything, right, to be in align with others, right? Social understanding to help others, to listen to others, to be with others, these things, giving ethics, right? Ethics. Uh, yes, right. If anything on this is transferred, if knowledge is transferred, if social understanding or societal responsibility is transferred, or if discipline is learned, or ethics is conveyed, so we can see that teaching is taking place. Teaching is taking place. Teaching is the process of teaching takes place, and the learning is the outcome. If something, if he is happy on some technical update, if he is happy on some social movements, right? If he is happy with the discipline, right? So we can say that the teaching learning takes place. Learning is a process of engaging students in activities that will enable them to acquire the knowledge, as I said, skills, as well as worthwhile values, and importantly, attitudes. As far as the discipline is concerned, according to Mahatma Gandhi, education without discipline is a sin. Right? Education without discipline is a sin. Education, some used to say the education as well as this job market has made the conventional life upside down, or has made something. Right? What is that? It has inverted the life itself, right? So for the purpose of taking your education, for the purpose of doing your job, right? We are leaving the family. The families are separated, and we are moving away from our own native place and switching to different areas, different I mean different places, like different district to district, state to state, country to country, right? So these are all because of your education as well as your job work, right? So the learning process is to acquire something about some knowledge, skills, as well as any worthwhile value, and importantly the attitudes, right? So these are all, if something is some changes, some changes in the, if someone have some basic idea, if he doesn't know anything about something before coming to this session, and after the session is over, if he gets something, some knowledge or some skill, right? Maybe learning some subject is teaching and learning, and learning some skills, like your if you learn some typewriting, if you learn some driving, right? Skills. Okay? If you learn some coding of programming, right? You acquire some skill, okay? And if you go some session on yoga or meditation, you take some attitude change, in some changes in your attitude. So that is you have learned something, right? So this is what is that the teaching and learning process does, right? This is what I want to tell you. Now there are some different layers in the teaching learning process. This gives you the integration, storytelling, different strategies, community. Okay? Integration means you have to have the both side, teaching side and learning side should be integrative, right? Storytelling. See, for any narrative, for any, what do you call, any concept, right? If you use storytelling, the storytelling method will give a good understanding of the concepts, right? Maybe I don't know whether it's suitable or not. To feed the children, the elders used to take the help of the moon, Nilasur, right? So this way, they used to, whether they, what is that, they cheat the children or not, something else. They take some interest of the children towards the different aspects which attracts the children, and they used to feed the children, right? So the stories is telling. I don't know whether nowadays whether the conventional era or digital era, whether the parents or the parenthood have time to share their thoughts with their children. Right? Storytelling plays an important role. Right? You don't have to advise the children separately because advice doesn't get attraction. So the advices may be in the form of storytelling, right? Storytelling. That is why there are some different textbooks for your moral to convey your moral things, Nidhi Nool, and different textbooks or olden days books. For example, Kanali Raman stories, Chanakyan stories, right? So there are some stories for and they have conveyed. I think they have conveyed what do you call the morals. The morals are conveyed through stories. And at the end of the story, and we should not say simply clap and laugh and go, right? The moral should be recognized in many aspects, in many situations, even in the movies or the things. Even starting from I don't know the N.S. Krishnan in the movies. N.S. Krishnan, like the people, even the Charlie Chaplin, right? The other guys have done conveyed some social responsibilities through fun comedies or for some, what is that, laughing time. But if you take the Charlie Chaplin, he has conveyed his thoughts, right? Only with action, So these are the different aspects we have to follow, even in digital era, right? Sometimes we used to listen or say, ஆடுற மாட்ட ஆடி கறக்கணும், பாடுற மாட்ட பாடி கறக்கணும், right? So what does it mean? What does it mean? Anyone, please respond to this. ஆடுற மாட்ட ஆடி கறக்கணும், பாடுற மாட்ட பாடி கறக்கணும். To give me some, use this core saying and say something about how to implement in digital era. One of you, please come forward. How to implement this here, whether it is suitable or not. The olden days sayings or quotes. We have equally all the sayings or all the quotes are available in Japanese and what do you call the European style, right? If you say something from our own old conventional traditional sayings, the people will not have interest, right? ஆடுற மாட்ட ஆடி கறக்கணும்னா கேட்க மாட்டாங்க. What do you call சுத்தம் சுகம் தரம், சுத்தம் சோறு போடணும்னு கேட்க மாட்டாங்க. கிளீன் இண்டியான்னு தான் கேட்பாங்க. Clean India, Swachh Bharat தான் கேட்பாங்க. So that is why there are many concepts are coming from other countries, right? Japanese, 5 years. You won't listen to the people if at your home, whether your parents or your grandparents, if they say, keep your place clean. But if the Japanese says, Americans say, follow 5 years or Kanban, you'll follow immediately. Right? So I don't forget it, but tell me something. What is this? What I was telling? I asked some of you to interpret that. What I was telling? Someone, anyone, please respond. Yeah, this is what happens in digital. See, you can switch on. You can switch on your session and you can take care of your other work, right? But generally there are a couple of people will be on with the system, right? To make the system, I mean the session live, one or two or a couple of participants, right? So tell me, take this saying and apply it to this digital era immediately, quickly, so that we will move on to the next slides. Yes, any one participant. Yeah, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Tell me something about the olden sayings, either Suttam Sugam or Suttam Soru Bodum. Aaron Sonane. Nobody is alive here, or you are not able to unmute yourself. Yeah, you get in touch, then you come back to me. Okay. So I will go to the next. Why the slide is not moving? Yes. Yeah. Now, for example, whether it's conventional physical teaching or online teaching, the digital teaching, these are the types of teachings, right? Some are teacher centered, some are learner centered, some are teacher dominated, some rarely we have interactive and collaborative. Even if if the speaker is ready for interactive, and many times the learners may not be. Learners, even in physical mode, learners may want to take rest, only to listen, right? I'll come what happens if you only listen, right? Teacher centered. Teacher will see whatever, if you think of conventional the teaching, I mean your, what you call the regular classrooms, right? Teacher will go in an order of the syllabus: first unit, second unit, third unit, fourth and fifth unit, and even the first unit, the order, first topic, second topic, third topic, this way we will go. So this is decided by the teacher, right? And the learner centered. Learner sometimes may choose so which topic can be discussed, which subject may be discussed, and in the syllabus or in the agenda of the session. The teacher dominated. No interactive session, no interaction will be allowed. Only many times this attracts some good things. That is, the students will like it, right? Teacher dominated. Like it means if you don't ask any question, the students will be all right. That's it. Interactive. Interactive means question and answer. Collaborative, they can contribute. They can contribute to good level of the things, right? So these are the different modes are available, right? Even there was something called as flip classrooms, right? Flip classrooms means the topic will be this is what is taking place in the some sort of higher education and the research institutes. That is, the topic will be announced earlier, or at least the one previous class, right? The students will prepare, and there will be some what do you call it? The interaction will take place. They won't there won't be a teaching on basics or fundamentals. What is what, right? And they will start discussing about the applications and then the pros and cons, interactions, and what to do, what not to do, right? It's the principles, and the construction, application, how to make it further, how to take this topic to the next level. They won't teach you what is first law of thermodynamics, second law of thermodynamics, things, right? And they will take the applications. So here, the first law is applied. Here, the second law is applied. So this way, they will take it, and they will go in the research aspects. Right? This is what is called as flipped classroom. right? So the students will be requested to, or they're asked to, or they wish to prepare something about it and will come and be in interactive session. As soon as they arrive at the class, even the students may start the session. What is I learned something about this, and what about this, right? The teacher also should be up to the level, up to the mark, up to the mark, whether to answer to all this, answer to the interaction or the queries or the questions raised, right? Sometimes the seminar type will be of the rest for the teachers, right? But naturally, seminar type should be welcomed. See, all these things are valid. All these things are valid, whether it is a physical teaching or digital teaching, right? I'm not talking only about the physical or these things. All these skills to be applied in your both the cases, right? But you don't have to think. You don't have to think about it that this is not applicable for physical teaching. This is not applicable for digital teaching, right? So all these techniques you should follow even in digital teaching. Only then it will be effective. Only then it will be what you call the knowledge transfer will take place. Otherwise, the teacher may have some time to say something, and the learner may learn or do whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, and there won't be any effective. I mean, audible, right? Slide is moving. Any place here? I mean, audible.
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay. See the retention rate. Whether you come from top or go from the bottom, there is no difference in the top up or top down or bottom up procedure. Maybe you take, if you teach others, you will get some 90% of retention rates, right? If you teach others something or you discuss with others, that's the meaning. Your retention rate is 90%, right? But if you do something, whatever you learn, whatever you learn, then you retain 75% of what is that? 75% of retention. What you learn is with you. See, if you teach or discuss with others, 90% is getting retained. If you do what you learn, you retain 70%. See what happens. How much will be retained if you do learn by reading? See, if you do learn by writing, right? So this is what happens. Anyhow, beyond this, whether it is by read or write or do or teach or discuss, right? Above this, we have something called as interest, right? There are different modes of reading or studying. See, how do we read the novels, whether it is Tamil novel or English novel? How do we read the novels, right? So at the end of the novel, maybe it goes a couple of pages, right? More than 50 to 80 pages of novel if read, right? We may get some essence or some thrill. That's it, right? We don't have to read. I remember all these terms, the expressions followed here. There'll be some thrilling note, right? But if you write something like your mathematics practice, right? If you write something, right? they used to say writing once writing equals 10 times read, right? But if you think on the other side, uh, even for example, once you write, but you should write in an involved manner, right? But if you write in an involved manner, if you write without remembering anything, right? And most of your writing should be, see, this is applicable. Don't think this is applicable only for school children or college children, right? It's applicable for UG guys. This is applicable for PG guys. This is applicable for research scholars, right? Even this is good for, see, even many researchers used to write what they learn. Some used to typewrite. Some used to write in a notebook, right? There are some good habits. Okay. So what happens if you write something? So here comes the other thing, that you should not buy any textbook. Maybe you can buy something if it is very important, right? I don't against buying the books, but for learning, rather than you're buying the textbook, you go to library and take notes, right? Only then, you will study, you will read, you will learn something. Otherwise, if you keep buying the textbooks, what will happen? The book will be with us because it is going to be with us for life. So nothing to worry. So don't read it, right? If it is in the library, we'll fix some time, or if it is in other sources, we will fix some time. We'll fix up some time, and then we will try to work it out. We'll go, we'll prepare. Once you write it, so as said already, writing once equals 10 times read. Okay, so interest is very important. Interest is very important. Whether you read it with interest, how much interest you are paying, how much interest you are paying to reading, writing, or doing whatever it is, those, right? Sometimes some may not like to teach others. Some may not have interest in discussing with others. So here there are other problems, other issues, that they may think others will learn, right? And other thing is, they may not have a capability to express others, right? If they may not be in a position to discuss or express with others. There are different aspects in this, right? But this is the rule. Now there are some principles to be followed particularly importantly in your digital teaching. You have to focus what is to be done. Many times, if you see, focus will be something, but the story will go keep going somewhere else. If you start discussing about something, because for want of bringing some application to the fields, right? We will go to AI, ML, big data, cloud computing, cyber security, but the story will drag us to somewhere else, right? We want to quote. There are some technology that we should be within, right? But once if you start talking the things, the topics will drag you down to different things. That is highly deviating from agenda, right? Staying at the agenda is the focus. Focus is what is what, okay? But see, all these things. Maybe I may something focus on the learning, but you should think. Don't think of only on teaching side. Don't think only on the teaching side. You should think on learning side also. You should think on the learning side also. If you think something about the learner side or say side only, you will have a good methodology or approach for your teaching. Good methodology or approach for teaching. If you don't think of the learner side, right? See, in a mass, in a crowd, or in a bunch of learners or audience, right? Out of 100, some 2 to 5 will be interactive, some others will be listening, some bunch will not be listening at all. There are other segment will keep disturbing you, right? What are the modes of disturbancing? Disturbancing means deviating your attention in the physical classroom. And suppose if it is a digital, right? They may unmute themselves. They may unmute themselves, and the other noise will disturb you. Otherwise, they will have something. What do you call? Anyhow, in the digital mode, we have some positive items that to focus only on the presentation or the thing or the point. So we have a switch off videos, right? We switch off all the videos, and we only focus on the uh, object. Object means here the presentation or the subject of the things, right? Then it is good to organize the things, right? It is good to organize the things. There are many times we used to fail in organizing, right? It is not wrong if you are looking for 100% organization, right? Try to organize. If you try to organize, there will be some organization. Otherwise, if you don't if you don't attempt, to organize, and there will be a very too much of discard will be in the presentation or in the what do you call the agenda of the your teaching, right? So, so the role of teachers in digital era is the thought, right? But don't think only to be the role of teachers, right? The role is to satisfy the audience or learners. Okay, so the difficulties in audience also should be taken. If we don't consider if for sometimes it is good, right? It is sometimes good to take some interaction, some answers from the audience, some answers from the audience. And for a physical or whatever it is, it's okay if others are not able to interact, right? But we should try to satisfy most of the audience. Most of the audience. We should try to satisfy most of the audience. See, some audience, if there are some intelligent audience, maybe present in the crowd, and they maybe feel boring of it, right? So we have to satisfy to satisfy the intelligent audience. You cannot keep going faster, so that the slow learner, the poor learner will get affected. Then the revision in the terms of teacher or learner, whatever it is. See, the first term we used to say we are going to have this session on the role of teachers in digital era, right? And finally, we should see that what are the points we have discussed in the session. We should see that what are the discussions taking place in the session, right? Again, in the next session, we should recall. What has happened in the last session, and what is going to be in the present session. Then at the end, what we had for the session, right? The revision is very important. Even if you consider for a school student or UG/PG guys, it is very important for methodology for even the civil services preparation, right? So these points, if you learn, see, if you learn how to learn properly, it will work it out from school till your as long as you take something in the life, right? Because whenever we ask something, what is your knowledge about C programming? Yeah, yes, I know something. I'm good at this, but I'm not very good, right? So because the revision will help you to retain the things that whatever the matters you have learned, right? Then associate with others, the teamwork, maybe the group discussion will help you. See, there are different perspectives for different people. There are different perspectives. Don't think somebody is poor, somebody is very good, right? Poor may exhibit sometimes good, some intelligent may exhibit sometimes foolish things, right? Whatever it is, let us not worry about it. Who is poor, who is good, who is very good. Hmm. And let us listen to others. If good, take it. Otherwise, just ignore it, right? So whenever we have some what is that program, we see that if it matches to us. If it doesn't match, we just ignore it, right? There are many times we have to see that what other things are done properly. You can incorporate others techniques, other subject techniques in your subject, right? That is always good. So this is why the association is good. Yes. Then imitation sometimes helps, sometimes imitation irritates, right? Active participation. I don't have to say something about active participation, right? Active participation comes in the interest. Yes, active participation. So I invited the audience active participation from the beginning. If your participation is active, if your participation is possible, I will be very happy. Then motivation, right? Whether you are a teacher or a learner, right? Motivation is important. If you're a teacher, learn to motivate, motivate to learn, motivate the audience to learn. If you are a learner, you motivate the teacher to teach properly or effectively or to your style, right? That's it. This is what is the motivation. So motivation is not only for the students or youngsters, whatever it is, right? Even we should motivate school children. We should motivate uh, graduate children, graduate guys. We should motivate postgraduate guys. We should motivate research scholars. We should motivate. See, in the recent days, there are different people from incapable areas are racing with their civil services success, IAS success, right? If you have a look at or glance at their interviews, they have some motivation behind them, right? They have some motivation behind them. Maybe uh, what do you call? See, I don't weigh least of anything, but to some example to have some understanding. Uh, some 2 or 3 years, within 3 years, last year or 2 years back or 3 years back, right? Uh, One of the daughters of a Baroda master in some village got listed in IAS success, right? And one of the chrome worker, one of the chrome worker or leather worker or workers ward was one of the civil services successor, right? So there are some motivation, and those guys are reporting to the press that we have this in mind, so that we want to get to the IAS, right? So something, the motivation, right? And there was a long back, I read an interview that yeah, a guy got a success in his IAS preparation. Even in the interview, he got success. And when the press approached to the parents or the team, and the father said, "Let us have a interactive meeting at my home in the evening, 5 o'clock." And the 5 o'clock, 4:30, from the 4:30 onwards, the press people rushed to their home. They were given refreshments, and the parents and the member, the IAS successful, so I mean his boy, his son was not available at home. But some servant was there serving refreshments, and asked the press people to go around the home, right? Go around the home. There have been a lot of posters available in the home, are all of GK oriented, GK general knowledge charts, maps, current affairs, and they called, and the parent arrived at home with some time, and they organized a meeting, and they switched on the TV, and there was some current affairs CD was playing in the TV. So the parent said, and my son has not at all taken any coaching class or preparatory things. He was just going through basic study materials, and he was on with his current affairs with the newspapers and TV. TV will run only with the current affairs news. Different news channels will be. If you switch on the TV, only news channels are available in the TV. No other programs are available. See, there's a bunch of CDs are available in the drawer, right? Which are all with the current affairs or GK oriented things, right? If you want, you can listen to the channels, or otherwise you have to go with this series, right? Only this has enriched his knowledge to acquire his seat in the IAS that the parents said, right? So this is how the motivation goes. See, motivation means something is keep moving towards your objective. Right? Individual styles. There is no comment on this individual styles. It varies with the person. It varies with the person, and it depends upon their interest. Goes learner control, right? We have to control the audience, whether it is online or offline, whatever it is. We have to control the learner so that there is no the other deviating things are happening. Right? Here you have some aspects of the teacher's conceptual knowledge discussion, students' conceptual knowledge. See, there are some aspects that includes whatever the discussion we get. Really, teachers' constructed knowledge. See, there are some conceptual knowledge are required. Constructed knowledge is required. Okay, so if teachers have some conceptual knowledge, there will be some discussion with the students on the same. And if they have some constructive knowledge, students will have some experimental knowledge. Right? There may be some interaction take place. Right? So this comes in the following slides that see, learn by doing. Learn by doing. This is one of the generally it is followed everywhere. But as I said, it was patented by a university in US, right? So they have established a laboratory. They have established a laboratory named as Active Learning Laboratory. For example, there are some laws or some principles, right? See, what you should do is in the laboratory there will be some kits available. On seeing the kits itself, kits itself, the learner will. There are some different types of learners, right? On seeing the kit itself, we'll say that, oh, is it for this one? Is it for that one? They will say the purpose. They will say the purpose of the learning, right? What for it is here. They don't have to express all the all the full knowledge of this, right? And they'll be doing it. They will doing it. Learn by doing. So we will not give the principle or law or the rule, right? They will do something. They will be allowed to do something. Like the children are doing their craft work with clays and papers and the glue papers, right? So some students will have some basic interest in learning the craft works. So they will do the things by themselves, right? See, there are something called as some mind power study techniques that gives you some idea about the influence of break. See, you might have seen or studied that the IAS aspirants used to study for some 15 hours to 18 or 20, 18 or 19 hours of study. I read one of the IAS aspirant has come out with the statement that I read 16 to 17 hours a day. I don't know how he has planned. Maybe the planning is important, right? How much he has planned to allotted his time for sleeping, eating, and other activities. Then he has done something, right? But this influence of break. What happens with the break is breaking style is, see, if you assume that you have whether it is online or offline, right? So this will help us. This will help the teachers. That we have to have some break, right? How to have a break? At what duration you have to have a break? See, if you do something that is an hour of session, 2 hours of session, or 3 hours session, take anything. Okay, draw a graph with the x and y axis. At the beginning of it is for an hour. It's for an hour, and we start from 0th minute and it goes for 1 hour. In the beginning there will be some curiosity. Beginning some curiosity, not only curiosity, there will be some interest, freshness, fresh air, fresh mood will be, and the interest will keep decreasing. Maybe in the beginning of the session, it may be whatever it is, 90% or 85%, 80%, 80 90% of retention of learning will be available. But if you see the something 45th minute, 50th minute, or 40th minute, right? The curve keeps slowing down. 40th minute or 40th minute or 15th minute, it will keep coming down, right? If we know that there will be a break for after an hour, right? That triggers your mind that okay, we are going to have break. Then at that moment, 50th minute to 60th minute, 60th minute, your understanding or retention rate will be higher, right? So in the beginning of the session or at the end of the session, the retention rate will be higher. So if see that if you have a 3 hours, 3 hour long session, see from 0th hour to the last, just before your session is going to end, they'll be decreasing, and only at the end of just nearing the end of the session only the graph will go up. So, but if you think if you break the 3 hour session in half-an-hour sessions, see that number of breaks, then the number of retention rate is high. So the break, the more the break, you do whatever you want in a break. The break may be a minute or 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever it is, right? Or quick tea or quick whatever it is, right? Simple exercise. See, in the digital era, the online classes, right? There are something. One caring of your eyes, caring of your body, caring of your mind is a matter, right? Only the role of teacher is not only to teach the things. See how it reaches is very important. How it reaches is very important. Okay, so right, and the teachers should understand how to make it properly, how to make it successfully. Okay. So the break may be, so I said caring of eyes, caring of health, caring of health includes all, caring of eyes, right? We can do some eye exercise for eyes, right? Ophthalmology. Carrying we can do some exercise for eyes, just looking at the top and bottom, left and right, or rotate your eyes for a minute. That's it. That's a break. Break things, it's not that to go for either if you want, you can take some short walk or you can jump, right? So this will help you. See, if you stretch your body for long, right, your back will trouble you. Your eyes will be in need of specs sometime, right? As we use our mask, we may have to struggle with our oxygen. Then it is going to affect your lungs subsequently, somebody say, right? So these are all the important techniques we should follow when if you are properly doing something, or properly teaching or properly learning, right? The breaks are very important. See, can you say what is the somebody now at least I want to respond. What is the maximum or minimum duration we can pay attention to anything? Unmute yourself. At least 1 or 2 responses. What is the maximum duration or minimum duration we can pay attention to anything, any class or any lesson or any lecture? Minimum duration or maximum duration?
Maximum 45 minutes.
Maximum 45 minutes.
30 to 45.
Okay, that is why The class sessions are designed for 40 minutes or 50 minutes. Next, any other answers? Thank you for your answer. The session is designed for, sir, 40 to 50 minutes, but how much time you can pay attention, I'm asking. How much time you can pay attention is the matter now. How much time you can pay attention? Maximum time is what is designed to have any session or any class. But how much time we can pay attention to anything? $50 minutes, 40 minutes, 40 minutes, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5 minutes. It is only 5 to 10 minutes we can pay attention to anything very interesting, right? Even it is very interesting, you cannot pay attention, then your mind will go, mind will fly. You will go to somewhere else. You will go to yesterday's practice, and the mind will go to Kodaikanal, the last time you visited, or the Ooty, the last time you visited, or the yesterday night you had a dinner at some hotel. Right? The mind will keep flying somewhere else. So minimum or maximum, whatever it is, 5 to 10, more than 5 to 10 minutes, you'll be off. Then you come back again, right? And this is the think out of box. Think out of box. See, always we are in a routine life, mostly, not always, mostly. We are in a routine life. Like your the செக்கு மாடு அவுத்து விட்டாலும் அதே சொல்லிட்டு தான் இருக்குமா. See, these may look something, what is it called, least bothering, but these are all very important things. Think out of box means think differently. Even if you take a walking, don't take in the same road, same streets. You take in a different sites, different places every day, right? See here, it's not exactly a flip class of the title I want to say it. The difference between, just I'm throwing some light on the I used to discuss with others, the difference between UG and PG and other research programs, right? And in UG PG programs we have some schedule, but in research, whether it is a research program or for postdoctoral research programs, right? See, there will be schedule for UG and PG, but there is no schedule for though there are some year limits, right? So there are some motivations required. If you think you can do something, first meeting, second meeting, third meeting, or fourth meeting, right? There will be discussion on the. It wholly relies on the scholar or a student. He has to decide, right? So if there is schedule for the other research program also, either you have to make it or there should be made. Right? The difference between the different institutions, it may be different institutions or different teachers or different methodologies. Whether you take a Zoom meeting or Google Meet, right? That it depends. See, some learners will do on surface learning. Some learners will do on surface learning. Some will have a deep learning, right? If you do something, you should know in and out of your things. Suppose if you, maybe for sake I'm telling you, if you get out of your house for your work or your office or your school, if somebody asks what is in the pocket, will you say correctly what are all in your papers? Packet, you have some money, some papers, a pen, mobile or something, right? If ask how much money you have, people will start taking and counting it, right? Not exactly all the people are properly having their things, right? So if you enter, if you go to some places, you may see that what the environment as a curiosity. But if you take the routine path, right, you will see, you will forget to watch the environment, right? So if you watch the environment, it is a good observer. You'll be a good observer and good learner. Travel is a teacher. Why it is so? Travel, if you take travel, if you don't get anything properly, then you will learn how to adjust it, right? The travel teaches you how to adjust with others, how to take the things lightly or properly, right? Not see that when you take a travel, not all are your parents or your sisters or your family members, right? It is not that all of you will be with you. There will be some disturbance. Somebody say there are number of idiots on the roads, right? So you may have to face the things in the travel. The PDCA is the technique that is plan, do, check, and act in engineering or total quality management is essential for anything. If you plan for online teaching, if you do some, you have to do some homework, right? You plan what are the things to be taught. Then you should make the things marked presentation or do something and see that what is happening, check what is happening, then act on it, right? Plan, do something and check whether it is right and act whether the things are made correctly. Okay. Model of teaching learning system is something. See the look taxonomy. I don't think I should see anything we learn. Maybe I can tell you something about it. If maybe people are good on this, are aware of this. See, it starts from the remember, right? Why we do the things? Why do we learn science? Why do we learn engineering? Why do we go with the technology? Is first of all we should remember something and we should understand it, right? There are some criticism, there may be some overlap in this, right? Let us have something to remember something and understand and try to apply whatever you have learned, and then analyze what is happening, then evaluate whether it's right or wrong. And based on these things, then you create something, right? So all these things are required in your learning process, right? You should not just do anything only with the remembrance. You should understand also, right? Whatever you understand, you should find some situation or environment to apply the things, right? Then analyze whether applied things are correct. Then evaluate how much good it is or how much bad it is. Then you start doing something, create whatever you have remembered, whatever you understand, whatever you applied, what are the knowledge you have obtained out of all these stages, do some create, right? And here, of course, beyond the confirmation teaching also, right? Okay, so now here, characteristics of learning, right? So you should make the students ask questions, right? See, if they ask question, they drive away the fear. They drive away the stage fear. If they ask question, even the teacher doesn't know the answer, right? The teacher will get an opportunity to learn it, right? Questions are valid to our answers. If good questions, that lead to the learning. If not, that's okay, right? Ideas come from divergent sources. Brainstorming. See, if you do something, instead of you doing the thing alone, right? You discuss it with others. So this is what is this? This is what is this? Then others may give you some input, right? Students or learner may give something, right? So the brainstorming is a very good tool, right? Whether it is online teaching or offline teaching, brainstorming, taking all the ideas. There are different types: rotational basis, voluntary basis, brainstorming, right? In voluntary basis, not all will get turn. In rotational basis, if somebody say others idea, those who are thinking, the last people will lose their turn, right? So the variety of learning models are also used. Inquiry based, we have to apply which is required for your physical teaching learning, which is required for what you call your digital learning. Inquiry based learning, project based learning, direct instruction, peer-to-peer learning. We can form some team, right? We can have inquiry based learning, then we can give them some project or assignments, right? So based on the project, they may learn something, assembly project or doing or whatever it is. They learn how to make the things, right? So the project based learning will be a very good. So if they do it, so they never forget it. They learn many things, how to make it, how to get some hurdles, right? Peer-to-peer learning, you can form a group among them in a waiting room. You can announce something, So it's available in the Zoom, right? You can form some team and waiting to, they may take some waiting rooms, and they can come out with their solutions or suggestions or ideas. Right? So here is a school to school e-learning, mobile learning, the flipped classroom. That is what is we are experiencing in this year long. And learning habits, right? Cognitive, meta cognitive, and these are all some sciences about it. Okay, and you have some characteristics of teaching. So they begin your classroom promptly and in a well-organized way, right? The well-organized way, maybe something about the today's session, recall of the previous session, and taking your agenda forward, and finally close the session what we have learned it. It is not always necessary, but for a classroom teaching, because we discussed in a single topic, single title in a session, so we can quickly discuss what we discussed and the other things, so that it will give the opportunity for the learner to remember the things and they will understand it. Right? So teach the students with respect and caring, but right, give them respect and caring. If we give too much respect and caring, then they will it may be misused to something that we should manage it. That is the capacity of the teachers, right? Provide significance and importance of information to the learned. Clear explanation holds attention and respect of students. So the practices effective classroom management, right? So use active and hands-on student learning. Hands-on can be given, hands-on can be given, or some videos can be shown. Various instructional techniques. Some may some may have some techniques, and some may not understand the things, right? And we can give some specific topics for expectations for assignments, so that there will be uh, outcome based things, right? Once you get some outcome, then they'll already be happy. Provide a frequent immediate feedback to students on their performance, right? If you don't give a feedback, they will think they are doing good. Praise student answers, and use us probing questions to clarify elaborate answers. Let us not to, on the teacher side, they say the good teachers may commit if they don't know the answers, right? Others may manage the situation, whatever it is. We can promote asking questions, right? And provide many concrete real life practical examples. So this may help us, right? See, the draw inferences from examples, models, and uses analogies, right? See, draw inference from examples, models. Suppose if you teach something. See, there are different methodologies for teachers, different methodologies for teachers that maybe truly comes by their experience, right? If you want to teach something, some topic for today, sometimes I do this, sometimes I follow this. If I go to the class, I try to get the term whatever, or the object whatever I'm going to, the subject of matter whatever I'm going to discuss, from their mouth, from their side, right? I will say something about this, that, or the story for a couple of minutes, right? It is not going to be waste of time, right? It is not waste of time. Instead, you start teaching about first law of thermos, second law of third law, right? So many used to remember most or all remember the third law of motion, because for every action, right? So we can take some inference from examples or models, so that comes to their mind. Then you can discuss about those examples in detail. So create a class environment which is comfortable for students, not for sleeping. Always students to speak freely, right? The too much they speak will be some trouble sometimes, because there will be always sometimes some elements for misuse. So that should be care of. Otherwise, we can have some positive approach on this. Teach at an appropriately fast pace, stopping to check student understanding and engagement, right? We can have some, otherwise we may, because if you take some examples, models, this and that, and you may not have time to complete your agenda of the particular session, right? So you can take some fast pace. So communicate at the level of all students. That's what I was saying, this thing. Some may catch it quickly, some may not, right? So we have to, there are some different segments of students in the class, maybe in the audience. Let us not to say the class, in the audience, right? Anything. So we should You should try to. It is not that we have to keep doing. Sometimes we have to be irritating the audience. So let us understand the position of audience and make it. And if the learning and teaching process goes well, it's okay. Right? Have a sense of humor. If you start making some sense of humor, and then many times the audience will make the business of laughing itself, right? Sometimes cracking jokes on relevant areas will help us. See, the sense of humor, either sense of humor, or we can ask the students to clap to sometimes. And the clap is a mechanism so that to motivate the blood circulation in the body. That is a very important mechanism of the reason for clapping. So clapping encourage others and encourage yourself because all the nerves are connected to your hands and palm. So there should be some effective clapping is appreciated. Okay? Then use some non-verbal behaviors such as gestures, walking around, and eyes contact to reinforce his comments. Right. So if we maybe teachers or the others know that if somebody wanted to share something or somebody is disturbing also, if you focus your eye contact, then it will be all good, right? It will be good. If you focus on something, it will be good. So that they get that they will understand whether your focus is here, right? Okay. Prasad himself in the class are real people. That is okay. Focus on the class objective and doesn't let class sidetracked. Right? Many times this happens. The objective will be standstill. Other things will be moving, getting cleared. Right? You using feedback from students and other process to improve teaching. Right? If sometimes we are good, we will think we are good. Everybody thinks everybody is good. They are good, right? And we can take some feedback how we reach you. Um, I mean, in my class, I used to in 50 minutes of class, I used to get some feedback once in every 10 minutes. But for looking for this gentleman audience, I didn't do this, right? So reflect on own teaching to improve it. And see here it is this century, the learner-centered classroom, personalized instruction, right? Learner-centered classroom. You don't have to the teacher-centered or teacher-dominated. It's not here now. You have to learn new technologies as you have learned the Zoom, how to use Zoom. Right, when we have learned the Zoom, then later on the Google Meet. See, we have now we are very good at these technologies, right? So the teachers are can update themselves, go global, think global, act local, right? Act domestic or local. So it should bring all the global technologies or the forefronts uh, to brought to our own things. Be smart and use smartphones. I don't have we have there is no saying is required, right? The collaborate, get connected. That is for your betterment. The project-based learning is discussed. Innovate, keep learning. It's a continuous improvement. Keep learning. You cannot stop your learning, right? Here is your something. We should think about a loss. There was some problem in the Zoom product after some time. Once we are in full swing, then only the Google Meet helped us. Talk to your peers. And friends are very important. Privacy to be maintained. Reputation. Question. We should ask how to learn. We should learn how to ask questions, right? Without hurting others. Manners. There are manners and words, and we have to make it. And some um, uh, will help you, right? You can teach them time management. See, they may say, we have some assignment, we have this, that, all these things. We have to, everything should go. You see, it's a part and parcel of your life, or the course, or the session. You can avoid multitasking. You can and I motivate the audience to ask questions so that critical questions will help our what is that teacher to learn something, right? And ask them to prepare a schedule, audience, right? Ask them to take some notes. It's good. No study, no study at the cost of sleep, right? If you see the bio clock, see if night comes, we should go for sleep. If you spend time in the time of sleep when other organs, internal organs are working, right? Your organs will be damaged, spoiled. Your body health will be spoiled, and finally, once you get some good age, all troubles will chase you. Teach, then you have your face to face mistakes with courage, right? Uh, but we should keep this in mind. Life is much more than the school, than the this one, right? We have to learn a lot in the society. So there are some challenges to be aware of. Multiple changes keep on changing. The knowledge internationalization, we cannot be aside. Mastering information communications and technologies. You should learn information. You should be on with your communications and technologies, communication skills, right? The technology is evolving every day. So you have to the ability to grasp new things. You cannot say that I don't know, I'm not aware. Then you will not be in the race. Right? You have to update your technical knowledge as well as communication skills. Right? See, this is for fun. It was written. If I cannot learn the way you teach, will you teach me the way I learn? Right? Some said. Okay. I think I have done. I am done. It is the proper time. So thanks for your patient listening. I think I have done something to this audience. I'll be happy to answer to your if you have some sayings or you have some questions, some queries. I hope I have done something. I have shared something with you. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. In this occasion, in this time, I express my sincere thanks to the organization team again, Dr. K. Palani Kumar, the principal of SSIT technology, and who is my mentor, my research work, and the colleagues in parametric technology, and the other audience, I thank the audience and their patience listening to this session. If it is useful, and if it's not useful, please make it correction. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your excellent presentation and given a more awareness and of this particular session, and this will help us in developing in many point of view, as you told for the past 1.5 hours. Thank you very much for your kind presentation, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Shall I take leave now?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So our next session is going to start by 11:30. I mean, another few minutes. Uh, one second. So our next session is about the digital initiatives and methods for teaching engineering course. This is going to be presented by Dr. V. Brinda Devi, ma'am, HOD Department of Information Technology, Sri Sai Ram Institute of Technology, and I will be connecting another few minutes. Please stay. Please stay.